The Abraham Group members present to you The Great Escape. This is a classic 1963 World War II movie based on real events set in a German POW camp. This story follows a group of Allied prisoners, and they devise an ambitious and daring escape plan to break free. The prisoners work together to dig tunnels to outwit the Nazis, and with a mix of suspense, drama, and moments of humor, they celebrate the portrayal for resilience, teamwork, and the relentless human spirit.
The organizational politics in the film The Great Escape displays several of Dubrin's dimensions to include fear, human interaction, and power struggle. Organizations make a variety of assumptions about how people interact with each other. According to Dubrin, human interaction was seen when Big X is brought to the camp after attempting to escape. He is brought to Group Captain Ramsey by the other soldiers, where the conversation revolves around the current plans of escape. A culture characterized by fear of being punished can trigger considerable political activity, according to Dubrin. Fear was seen in the faces of the other captive soldiers when Ives tried to escape and is summarily shot. Dubrin also stated that organizational theorists such as Pfeiffer and Perot see organizations as environments to which individuals and groups struggle for limited resources. A power struggle occurred when Willie talked Danny through a claustrophobic attack in the tunnel. Danny wanted to give up on the plan, but Willie talked him through. A combination of upward, lateral, and downward relationships are seen throughout the movie The Great Escape. Within the upward relationship realm, Dubrin stated that being a good organizational citizen and managing your impressions are effective strategies for building relationships with superiors. Jones and Pittman coined the term strategic self-presentation, which involved the following categories of impression management seen throughout the movie. These included ingratiation, intimidation, and self-promotion. Within the lateral relationship realm, coworker exchanges refer to exchanges or interactions between and among people who report to the same superior. An example of a lateral relationship within the movie would have been when Hiltz and Ives were sent to the cooler after being caught digging an escape route, but none of the compatriots were. Within the downward relationship realm, the path goal theory states that to be an effective within an organization, leaders engage in behaviors that compensate for deficiencies of their subordinates. An example of the path goal theory within the movie would have been when the scrounger took responsibility for the forger, a blind man, throughout the escape.
The Great Escape highlights an informal organization where POWs operated under decentralized leadership, relying on strategic communication to execute their escape plan. Unlike the rigid German command structure, the prisoners adapted their communication styles based on the situation. Clapper's model illustrates these strategies. The circuit approach ensured constant feedback and coordination. The dance approach allowed flexibility when responding to changing conditions. And the air approach were used for secrecy when necessary, such as forging documents. These strategies parallel modern organizations where effective upward communication fosters transparency, lateral communication enhances teamwork, and downward communication ensures clarity without micromanagement. The POW's ability to adjust their messaging and share critical information contributed significantly to their escape's success.
In The Great Escape, the prisoners of war established a strong group identity despite this captivity. The group highlights five distinct identities that shaped its collective efforts. Organization hierarchy. Even in captivity, the prisoners maintained a structured chain of command. The POWs did not abandon their military structure just because they were captured. Instead, they continued to operate with a clear leadership hierarchy. Resilience. The men refused to be broken, showing determination despite imprisonment. Although they were prisoners, they did not allow their circumstances to define them. Their resilience was shown in their ability to plan, strategize, and execute an escape, even though they knew the risk. Self-sacrifice. Even those who knew they wouldn't escape contribute to the mission. Not every man expected to make it out, but they still played a role in helping others escape. A good example is Colin, who worked tireless on fake documents despite his failing eyesight, knowing that he might not survive if he were caught. This self-sacrifice reinforced his commitment to the greater good over personal survival. Collaboration and trust. Escaping from prison depended on teamwork and complete trust among the prisoners. The plan required multiple teams working together, digging tunnels, forging documents, acquiring supplies, and keeping watch. So there was no room for betrayal or selflessness. Every man had to trust the others to do their job correctly. Delegation. Every man had a role based on his skills and expertise. Tasks were assigned to those best suited for them. Assigning tasks based on individual strength allowed the organizations to utilize each person's ability, leading to the escape from prison.
The informal escape network within the Great Escape functioned under a distinct cultural framework compared to the rigid German structure. Hofstede's five cultural dimensions highlight these differences. Power distance was low among the POWs, with shared leadership, while the Germans maintained strict hierarchy. Individualism versus collectivism favored collectivisms as the POWs prioritized group success over individual survival. Uncertainty avoidance was low, allowing them to embrace risk and adapt. Masculinity versus femininity was balanced, blending competition with cooperation. Lastly, the long term orientation ensured a well planned escape rather than short term survival. Modern workplaces reflect similar dynamics. Startups often embrace flat structures and adaptability, while traditional corporations follow hierarchical and risk averse models.
Although The Great Escape movie is not a biblical story, it offers the elements of sacrifice, hope, freedom, and redemption that resonates with biblical teachings and ideas. The movie can be interpreted through these themes of freedom and deliverance, and often will show the oppression or slavery, such as the Israelites' exodus from Egypt. The characters in this movie are seeking freedom from the oppression of their captors. With sacrifice and redemption, the decision to risk everything for the sake of others and the selflessness of some of the prisoners is the idea that are found within the Bible. Christ sacrificed on the cross, and it is seen as moments of redemption of mankind, and it parallels with the comrades of this movie. Hope and desperation, this could be linked to scriptures with Psalms 42:5. And for moral integrity and ethics, the individuals are called to remain true to their values and ethics, even in times of trial. And this relates to Proverbs 12:1. In judgment and sequence, some of the prisoners pay the ultimate price. Actions do have consequences, and even when people strive for freedom, there can be a devastating cost.
Our group, thank you so much for your time and attention.